Good morning, everyone. I am Mrs. Priyanka Gupta and I teach subject science of class 8th, chapter 2nd, microorganisms, friend and foe. And this is the first part of the chapter. In this chapter, we will discuss about the topics, that is microorganisms, the microbes, types of microorganisms and us, food preservation. Now let us start with the topic, that is microorganisms, the microbes. Now, what are microorganisms? Microorganisms are the organisms which are very small in size and which we can't see from our eyes directly. For to see the microorganisms, we have to use the magnifying glass, or you can say with the help of the microscope, we can see the microorganisms. Microorganisms are also called the microbes, and the study of the microbes is called the microbiology. And if we'll talk about the microorganisms, where they are present, so they can occur in every condition and in every surroundings they can be present. And if we'll talk about the weather, in every weather also it can be present. Weather is summer, winter, autumn, spring. And if we'll talk about the surroundings, in every surroundings also it is present, like soil, water, air, and even on the food materials or inside the body of the living organisms. So microorganisms can be present at every place. Now the next topic, that is unknown world of microorganisms. World of microorganisms which is unknown to the living organisms, or you can say human beings, is called the unknown world of microorganisms. Now, at early times, when man suffered from various type of diseases like pus formation, septic, or in a wound, and cold, fever, these were the very common problems. All these types of problems were caused by the microbe. But early men, they don't know about these type of diseases. So they think that this is happening to them just because of the wrath of God or due to the evil spirits. Evil spirits means Jadoo Tona. Because they were not known about the microorganisms, that's why they were thinking all these types of things. But slowly, when they have learned from their experience that milk may form curd, curd may get sour, and sugar solution ferments into an alcoholic drink, these all things get raised on fermentation when kept overnight at a warm place. By these experience, men had become known about these all microorganisms and the unknown world of microorganisms. And we can see these microorganisms with the help of the microscope. Now the next topic is discovery of microscope. Robert Hooke is the scientist. In the year 1665, he was first see the honeycomb structure inside the microscope. And if we'll further talk about the microscope is of three types: simple microscope, compound microscope, and electron microscope. Now see here children, this is the type of simple microscope which you will get in the geometry box also. When you are going to buy the geometry box, this type of lens you are getting inside the geometry box also, and this type of magnifying lens is called the simple type of microscope. This type of microscope is called a simple microscope, or you also can say it is a hand lens or a magnifying glass. Now see children, this is the second type of microscope and it is called the compound microscope. Now what is compound microscope? It is an arrangement in which two lenses, these are the two lenses, first and second. So this is an arrangement in which two lenses are used and it is called the compound microscope. And in this compound microscope, if an object is viewed, it will be seen up to 1000 times larger than the simple microscope. 1000 times larger than the simple microscope. And this type of microscope you can easily be seen in the school practical rooms or in the universities. Compound microscope is used for practicals in schools and in universities. Now see here, this is the third type of microscope and is also called the electron microscope. Hope this is clear to you all. Now electron microscope is used in viewing million times magnified image of an object, or you can say microorganisms. If we'll talk about the compound microscope, in compound microscope we are able to see the object 1000 times larger than the simple microscope. But in electron microscope, image can be object up to million times larger than the compound microscope. Now, virus, which is the smallest microbe, can be seen possible only under the electron microscope. And even scientists declared about 50,000 kinds of microbes have been identified and described till today. Hope microscopes have been clear to you all. Now we'll move further. Now the next topic is, where do microorganisms live? As I've told you earlier also, that microorganisms can survive in every condition and in every surroundings and in every type of weather. Even inside the living organisms also they can live. So now again, here the topic is, where do microorganisms live? See here, it is given microbes survive in icy surroundings, hot water springs, dry desert, muddy marshlands, may occur freely in air, water and soil. So again, they can be live anywhere. Further, if we'll talk about the single cell or microorganism, that is amoeba, can live alone. But generally what happens, microorganisms, they always remain in group, that is in colonies of hundreds and thousands. Now we will move on the next topic, that is the types of microorganisms. Now hope you all have understood till here. Now the next topic is types of microorganisms. If we'll talk about the types of microorganisms, there are 5 types named. First one is bacteria, second protozoa, third algae, fourth fungi, fifth virus. Now we will study in detail about these types of microorganisms. Now the first topic is virus. Now the topic virus. Virus can only be seen under electron microscope because it is so small in size, or you can say 100 times smaller than the bacterial cell. Now the name virus derived from the Latin word which means poison. Virus cause several types of diseases which are harmful to man, animal and plants. And these several types of diseases like dengue, polio, or you can say measles, chikungunya, chickenpox, smallpox, measles, HIV. So these are all caused by a virus. And further, if we'll talk about the virus, it can damage the immune system of the body. And you all have heard about the disease cancer. Cancer, which is a dreaded disease, that is also called by the virus. And the most important thing in virus is, disease caused by any type of virus cannot be treated with the help of antibiotics. Now what is antibiotics? Antibiotics means it is the type of medicine which is given to the patients, you can say, which is given to the patients to develop antibodies inside their bodies for to fight with the disease. But in virus, disease caused by any type of virus cannot be treated by antibiotics. That's why viruses are harmful for the living organisms. Most of the viruses are harmful for living organisms. Now see here children, diagram is given here of virus, bacteria, moles, protozoa. Now see here, the bottle shape structure you are able to see. Now the virus is kept inside. As we all know that virus is found in the colonies or in the groups of hundreds and thousands. And it is very small in size, so directly seen is not possible here. Now the next diagram which you are able to see is the diagram of bacteria. Different types of bacteria are also found. Now we will study about the next topic, that is bacteria. Now bacteria, as we all know, was discovered by the scientist Anton van Leeuwenhoek. Now bacteria are one-celled microbes with cell wall but don't organized nucleus or other cellular structures. And if we'll talk about bacteria, bacteria also occur almost all places, including table, book, etc. It's not present except in flame, acid, and space outside atmosphere. These are the three places where the bacteria are not present. Again, I am repeating, that is the flame, acid, and space outside atmosphere. Now further, if we'll talk about the bacteria, bacteria are of the three types. That is, first type is Bacillus. Bacillus is a rod-shaped type of bacteria. Now see here, you can see the diagram. This is the structure of the bacteria, that is Bacillus, and Bacillus is in a rod-shaped type of structure. Now the second type of structure of bacteria is the Coccus. See here, this is the second type of bacteria named Coccus, and this is spherical or ball shaped and it lives in pair. Pair means in 2, 4, 6, 8 form. That's why it is also called the Diplococcus. Now see here, this is the diagram of the Diplococcus bacteria. See, these are in pairs like this, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and in a spherical structure. Hope you all have able to see here Diplococcus type of bacteria. Now the third type of bacteria is Spirillum. Spirillum is a coiled, or you can say spiral-like structure. You all have seen mosquito coil. Similarly, Spirillum is also found. It is in the coiled shape, or you can say spiral-like structure. Now, here one more example of bacteria is given, that is the Vibrio. Now the Vibrio is a, again it is a you can say in the cylindrical shape, and it is having a flagella which is coming out from its body and which helps them to move. Now further, if we'll talk about the bacteria, in bacteria diseases are caused by the cholera, typhoid, tuberculosis. These are the types of diseases which can be caused by the bacteria. Now hope you all have understood till here. Now the next topic is protozoa. Now what is protozoa? Protozoa is a single-celled and have animal-like characteristics. Protozoa are single-celled organisms and are having the characteristics of animals. Now in protozoa we will take the example of Eglina. Now see here, this is the diagram of Eglina, and Eglina is the only protozoan which includes chlorophyll within its cell. Although Eglina is green, it is green in color, but it classified as animal because it is not having a cell wall inside it. Now Eglina is having a thread-like structure. This thread-like structure is called the flagellum, and this flagellum helps Eglina to move from one place to the other. Now we will discuss about the next type of microorganism, that is the fourth type, that is algae. Algae, as we all know, that algae is in blue Algae may be green, blue-green or brown in color. Now if we'll talk about algae are green microorganisms and belongs to plant group. This belongs to the plant group. Now if we'll talk about algae, it may be green, blue-green or brown in color. And blue-green algae helps in fixation of nitrogen from air, and it also enriches soil with different type of nutrients. Now further we will talk about the fungi. Fungi is the fifth type of microorganisms. Now what is fungi? Fungi are the organisms having plant-like characteristics. In fungi, if you'll see, it is having the characteristic of plant, but it does not contains chlorophyll. इसमें chlorophyll नहीं होता है. Plants के सारे characteristics होते हैं, but chlorophyll नहीं होता है. And in fungi, yeast Rhizopus agaricus. See here, children. Here the diagrams are given. This is the diagram of yeast Rhizopus agaricus, which comes under fungi. These are the examples of fungi. These diagrams are the examples of fungi, and these are having a asexual reproduction, and it is dispersed by the air only. Now further, if we'll talk about the fungi, fungi is divided into three parts: saprophyte, parasite and symbiotic. If we'll talk about the saprophyte, what are saprophytes? Saprophytes, fungi are growing on dead and organic matter. Saprophytes grows on dead and organic matter. And parasites, they draw food from living plants and animals as their host. And the third one, that is the symbiotic. Symbiotic lives with co-host in symbiosis. So these are the three types of fungi, that is saprophyte, parasite and symbiotic. Now hope you all have understood till here. And now the next topic, that is microorganisms and us, we will discuss in the next part of the video. Till then, revise the chapter, and thank you and have a nice day.